Remember, don't try any of the experiments that you see today.
We've got years of experience that keeps us spiritually safe.
On this episode of Mythbusters, Brad and Doug will explore the shocking myth that a battery's voltage can be tested just with your tongue. And the entire team will be exploring the myth that rampant participation in the things of the world will not affect one's closeness with God. Join Doug, Brad, Brian, Dom, and Tate as they don't just tell the myths, they put them to the test.
Whoa, Brad, didn't your mom tell you not to point guns at especially me?
No, Doug, this isn't a gun. This is my new Pneumascope 3000. What did I do? I just take a shot at one part of your body, and on my display right here, it's going to show how intensely your spiritual life is growing in that area.
I see, yeah.
You see all that red right there in the stomach?
Yes, I do.
That is your spiritual hunger for God.
It's not the chili I had for lunch.
No. This
had chili.
No, this is showing how hungry you are for God. And you, sir, are burning up.
Well, my spirituality is well known in these parts, so.
So I was hoping, it's fun just to shoot ourselves, but maybe we could get some real use out of this. Do you have a myth that maybe we could test using my Pneumascope?
I do. About 2 months ago, some viewers had written in, and they were asking a pretty deep question. We didn't really have a way to test it back then, but they were asking the question. They said, people in my church were saying that even though I go out and I participate heavily in the world, it doesn't really affect my closeness with God.
Okay, so you're a brand new Christian with an exciting new direction for your journey of life. And although God has declared that this new life you're on is going to need a new diet, the myth that most Christians live out is one in which they continue on the same diet of distracting and misleading values. But of course, as the myth goes, your relationship with God is unaffected.
Brad's off playing with his new Pneumascope 3000, and we get to be his test subjects.
Ooh, we know how that worked out the last time.
Yeah, I got dibs on living this time.
That's fair.
You don't have to worry about that, Brian, because we get to spend just 30 days doing nothing but participating in the world.
Oh, that's not bad.
Not awful at all.
And we get to pick what we do. So, Brian?
Sports. I want sports. I love my teams, my fantasy leagues. That's what I want.
Okay.
I think I'm going to go with fashion. I like the magazines.
Do that. Mm-hmm.
It'll be fun.
And you guys know my exciting life. All I do all the time is TMZ. I want to see the social networking. I want to be on the trendy stuff. Anything pop culture, that's me.
You update Charlie Sheen's Wikipedia page more than anybody I know.
Except for Chunk.
Oh, yeah. That's true. That's true. You know what? If we're looking at one side of it, then maybe we should look at the opposite side, some spirituality, because that's actually what it's looking at, right?
Oh, I can do that.
Okay, yeah.
Good, because we didn't want to.
Yes.
You guys are so getting smited.
And so our first step is to use the Pneumascope 3000 to gauge the baseline spiritual condition of each of our 3 test subjects. Tate demonstrated some solid spiritual numbers, and her love measures were extraordinary. Doug's numbers, of course, came in pretty close to sainthood. And Brian? Well, let's just say we were questioning his salvation. Each of our 3 test subjects was placed in an isolation chamber for 30 days. Now remember, these volunteers are in supervised environments. At home, you should never fully immerse yourself into the world for such extended periods of time. Doug was provided a nonstop diet of celebrity news, Hollywood gossip, TMZ scandals, Justin Bieber sightings, and everything that has anything to do with pop culture. And of course, he was able to tweet and post on Facebook to his thousands of adoring friends. Brian was immersed in 24/7 sports, even to the point of discovering 4 new ESPN channels. His adrenaline levels reached dangerous highs. He even broke company furniture while displaying some of the most intense fanatic emotions known to man. Now finally, Tate, our control subject, spent hours pouring through the fashion rags and news. But she also had regular spiritual growth opportunities. So how did they all do?
Hey, Tate, how you doing?
Hey, Brad, what's up?
It's been 30 days. How do you feel?
Oh, I feel great. In fact, I'm not even wanting to read the magazines anymore. I'm just wanting more of God.
You know what? That's pretty exciting. But here at Mythbusters, we're all about the science.
Yeah,
so
we
you know what to
are.
do. I want to
Okay.
pose one more time for me. Ready?
Let's do it.
Okay. Well, there we go. Tate, let's take a look at it. You want to come on over?
Yeah.
You remember when we started, there were a lot of greens, maybe some blues in there. There wasn't a whole lot of heat, but I'm seeing a lot of oranges in here, yellows. There's some red in there.
Cool.
You're starting to heat up a little bit.
All right.
You know what? I bet in 6 months we came up, you probably burn out the entire screen. You keep doing what you're doing.
Tate, our control subject, pursued God at the same time that she was in the world. And God's influence in her life helped her relationship with God to grow even stronger.
Hey, Brad.
Hey, Doug, how you feeling? It's been 30 days.
It has been. Hey, guess what?
What's that?
I stayed spiritual even though I was completely into the social media.
Really?
LL Cool J's prayed, and I saw him do it online. He's touched me. It was really good.
Okay.
And Adele won all those awards, too. That was spiritual. That was absolutely spiritual when she did that.
Okay, well, let's see what the old Numiscope says. I'm sure it'll match exactly what you've been saying on here.
Well,
so.
you know, I was pretty spiritual before, so I don't think it's really going to affect me that much. Only 30 days.
All right.
Okay.
Here we go. Okay. All right, Doug. Let's take a look, see what we got here.
All right. Wow, my hunger really went
Ooh.
down.
Yeah, and your wisdom's not looking too good. Ooh, your hands aren't doing anything. They're not going out and serving anybody. I guess all that time on Twitter isn't really helping your spirituality.
But I have many more friends on Facebook, and a lot of people like me now.
At the start of the 30-day experiment, Doug was spiritually strong, but after 30 days of total immersion into the world, it was noticeable that the worldly influences harmed his relationship with God.
Hey, Brian, how you feeling? It's been 30 days. Brian. Oh, Doug. Doug.
He's dead. Again.
Well,
What did it say spiritually, though?
dead.
Wow.
Dead.
Sports did it to him, huh?
Yep.
Brian began the 30-day test in a spiritually weak state. The stress of the world not only caused his relationship with God to plummet, it also led to his early,
Well, where does this leave us on our myth that the world, participating in things of the world, doesn't have any impact on your spirituality? Is it confirmed, plausible, or busted?
I think it's absolutely busted.
I think you have to say busted.
Absolutely.